What's going on, Chad?
How you doing, buddy?
Not too shabby, brother. First time playing with this live feed game here. Pretty cool.
Yeah,
So
I'm excited.
I am excited. What's up, guys? Everybody in Hollow Down Land. Your boy Pat, your homie Chad, coming up with our first live episode. What that means for you as we go is you will be able to comment if you're on the YouTube channel, and we'll be able to see those comments just like this. So feel free to give us a shout out, give us anything that you're wanting to say as we go along. What's up, Gil? Well, thanks for watching the show, brother. So today is a double-sided show.
How you doing, Gil?
We are smoking, as we'll talk about it. We still are doing a review show today. We are smoking Fortaleza Libre's Intimidador. And the reason we are doing that is because we ended our CFW Summer Drive 2025, which we'll talk about here in a minute just as well. But the kickback giveaway for this one was sponsored by Greg Free with Fortaleza Libre. So we thought it was a good idea to smoke one of his cigars as we talk about things. So you ready to light up and get smoking, Chad, or what?
I sure am.
Let's do it.
Now, remind me, because I haven't smoked this one. I think you've smoked this a few times, haven't you?
I have. I definitely have.
Remind me what this, maybe give us a little backstory on this smoke.
Yeah, so let me switch screens here and tell you for sure. Make sure I don't misspeak anything because, I'll let it slip out. All right. So it is a Dominican origin, which all of his cigars are at this point. The wrapper is a Mexican San Andres with a Dominican binder and a Criollo 98 primary filler. So referenced as a medium to full. And I guess it's my turn to actually light this baby up and join the show with you.
Yeah, I don't know if you said this, but Greg Free's been on the show twice now, and this cigar is by Fortaleza Libre, and he has a pretty extensive line. We had the opportunity to run into him at PCA this year. He was great to us and took us all aside and talked to us for quite a while and gave us a cigar. And he's a good guy.
He is
and
a good
he
guy.
sponsored our drive. So
He's, definitely, I met him randomly at NFG. I've mentioned that on the show, and has become a pretty cool guy to talk to. Talked to him a few times, even when we are not talking about show-related stuff. So it's kind of cool when you meet somebody like that, and he's been pretty cool sponsoring this one, and we're going to tease just a little bit, but since we're talking about the sponsorship, our CFW Summer Drive ended yesterday, ended on the 15th. You got 314 donations between cigars, cutters, and lighters, and everybody that donated 20 items or more got an entry into the giveaway, the kickback giveaway from Fortaleza Libre, which is everything that you see on this picture right here. So you've got several of this cigar, the Intimidador. Got several of those to try as well. And then an extra 3 sampler on the side, shirt, koozies, stickers, cutter, And if you see that coin up there at the top, that was what Greg references as his original business card before he actually started making business cards. So that's one of the OG gold challenge coins right there. And then you got the tasting cards up there, so you can kind of have an idea and look at that as well.
Don't forget the air freshener, because that's
Oh, yeah.
badass.
And the air freshener that's up there as well.
That's very cool.
That is cool. So yeah, and we had several people donate this time. Of course, me and Chad always throw in, but we are excluded from any giveaways. But there are 3 people who sent in enough to actually join the giveaway, but they get multiple entries because of how much they donated, which we'll discuss later, because we're not giving away free stuff this early. It's just wrong. Can't do it. But
I'm really impressed with this thing already. I've not smoked this before. It's super Avo or Davidoff eating me. Like, has that old tobacco taste.
I like how you reference the Davidoff, because to me it's almost, man, it almost gives me the feel of like the Escurio, where it's got that dark, thick, chewy boldness, but it's not harsh. It's also got that Davidoff smoothness you reference. It's,
well, there's only a few cigars that have that. I don't even know how to describe it, but I would say like musty mushroom. And that's a very distinct note in a lot of Davidoff cigars. So
right.
This one has it, and I really like that. It's kind of an odd note, but I love it.
Yeah. We're doing pretty good there, Gil. Glad you jumped on and said hello for us. Gil's one of the saying hey on the show. He's one of the few that's got those entries we'll talk about later. But yeah, it's
Gil's my guy, man.
Gil is the shit.
He's my guy.
As I learned after you did, which is crazy. This is funny how the online world works, whether it be in cigars or not, is, I'm in Louisiana, you're in Michigan. Our people know that. Gil is in Louisiana, and you got to meet him first. It's crazy.
Right. When I was in Louisiana, I didn't meet you.
I know. Stupid. But I have a couple times this year we're going to go down his area, and we're going to try to catch up. So hopefully that'll pan out. So
I haven't told you this yet, but I'm pretty sure, and Gil can chime in here if he's still listening, but I keep threatening to come to the show in Texas. What is it again? NFG. And if I go there, I bet you Gil would go with me. So
probably so.
So
I would expect nothing less.
Sure, it's a great time.
And NFG, for those don't know, or you're up in the northern section, is put on by Underground Cigar Shop in Fort Worth, Texas. NFG stands for what you would think it does. No F's given. You know what the middle word is. And it's a great show. That's where I met Greg Free the first time a couple years ago. Different vendors and food and all kinds of things that it's like if you take a badass multi-vendor cigar event and shove it in one property under a big tent. That's where it is. So it's a good one. I think you would enjoy it if you get to come down.
Yeah, and there's a lot of big names there, and there's a lot of boutique names there, so it's kind of a good mix, right?
There's your answer from Gil, without a doubt.
Right.
Yeah, it's a good one. The first stash point on this one because I've got a little bit of wind coming through the shop today because I got the doors open, so I'm not going to ash on all of the setup on purpose, but it's a good start already.
Mine's just burning razor sharp. I already ashed a little bit, but my burn line is perfect.
Very clean cigar. Very clean burn line.
So far, so good. It
So yeah,
wasn't
I
front
mean,
loaded with pepper either, which I don't like, as you know. It was
right.
not front loaded with pepper at all.
And anybody who's watched more than a couple of our shows understands your Avo reference because the smoke is also chewy or chalky.
Chalky,
Sorry,
yeah, yeah.
chalky. But are you okay with this level of chalk since you referenced the Avo, or does it seem too dry to you? Or you, how do you feel about it?
No, I don't think this is nearly as chalky as the Avo Heritage, which that's my favorite Avo to date, uh,
Yep.
because of that chalky smoke. This is a little chalky, but it's different. This has more of the Davidoff feel to me, the old school Davidoff feel with that mushroomy, musty, and
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of got some chalky smoke too. So it's a great start. So. It's different than the Avo that I'm thinking of. So I haven't smoked. You've probably smoked way more Avo than I have. I
Um,
literally have probably smoked three. I smoked the classic. Is that the Avo classic, the Heritage, and
yep.
I've smoked the Nicaragua 10th, which is good. And I think that's my only experience with any Avo.
So the Heritage is probably my favorite as well. I'm actually not a huge fan of the classic.
No,
Um,
I didn't. I didn't. It was just okay.
the synchros are good. And then they've got the season series, which I haven't tried all of, but so far everyone except for the classic I've actually enjoyed. So, but I'm also the same way on you know the legit Davidoff. I'm not a huge big fan of the signature, which is their bread and butter, but I like everything else. So I'm just a little weird
Right.
guy.
Right. So let's talk a little bit about why we're doing this. Cigars for Warriors.
Yeah, absolutely.
Last time we had talked about I forget who was even on. We were talking about what the number for Cigars for Warriors was. Like that they had given out. Was it 2.5 million cigars that they had provided so far? There's a
It
running
wasn't
tally.
it wasn't quite that high, but let me do a reel. We're gonna pull up their website live because they keep this number updated and tell you exactly where it's at. Current number is just over 1.7 million donated cigars.
0.7. That's insane.
That is
And
insane.
it all gets done like this too. 3, 4, 500 at a time. Not even that many. Some people 100, right? But
Right, right.
every brick and mortar that around my place has this. Most of them have a donation box, and that's how it happens. Is a couple sticks at a time start adding up to 100 to 200 to 500, and
Yep.
next thing you know, we got a giant box that Pat has to mail out. So,
15 pounds of cigars I mailed today, which, you
how
know,
how much did the last one cost you? Uh, as far as the postage on that one, that was 500 and something.
it was about, it was right just a little over $30.
Over 30. Is that your
Yeah, this
mom?
one,
Is that your mom
yeah,
commenting there?
that is Le Madre. I don't
Hi,
know how we're
mom.
going to stay cool because it never works down here.
Right.
Yeah, this one was right at $20, you know, which doesn't bother me. I'm sending it CFW regardless. So,
Right.
um, yeah, so we're sitting at 1.7 million, and um, I stress the word partnership with CFW. This is not a sponsorship that we have. We get no kickbacks from them, and if we did, that would be a problem. Uh, Partnership is the appropriate word because most of donations from CF or for CFW come from local brick and mortar shops um, that have a donation box by the door, by the counter. You can bring or buy cigars to put in there, and then they will, routinely send them off. We're an online presence, so we do things a little differently. We do periodic donation drives, and everybody sends them in. And then once we have everything, I send a big old box to CFW as our donation from the group. So um, those cigars there's volunteers out there. Storm's the CEO. We've met some pretty good other people from Atlanta and Paul and some others that we've met that are pretty helpful. But these guys get together and spend a lot of time organizing these cigars, packaging them up, and sending them to deployed and active troops all over the place that request for cigars. And it's, I think Woot said it in one of the early episodes that we did on this, that believe it or not, that's one of the highest requested commodities for service members that are over there, because it gives you a chance to relax and kind of downgrade a little bit. So it's something we're glad to support, because it may not make sense if you're not a cigar smoker, but if you are, it definitely makes sense. So it's a way that we can kick back to those guys. And like Gil's saying, down here is where he's at, they don't have anyone down there that collects locally. So if you're in a place that one of your brick and mortars doesn't have that box directly, then you can link up with us, and we may do the drive a couple times a year, but you can send stuff whenever, and we'll include those in the numbers for our next giveaway, because we're still going to be fair about it. But it's a big thing that we believe in. Anything supporting the troops is good, but we absolutely love cigars, so it's a massive win-win for us. We get to support the troops and smoke cigars. So
yeah, I got to meet Storm this year, and I met him at PCA. It was at Manning's late at night, and talked to him for 10 or 15 minutes, and he's just a cool guy. And then I met Paul on the showroom floor, because they had their own stand, their own booth set up, and got to talk to him for a little while. Storm wasn't around then, but I talked to him and made a donation, and they were taking cash donations and all that stuff right there at the show. So you just can't get behind a better a better charity, in my opinion, especially if you're a cigar smoker.
And I'm glad that you threw that little tidbit up there, is because they do take cash as well. We reference the cigars, but it's a volunteer donation based business, if you will. So they need money too. So
I don't remember who it was that brought it up, but they were like, man, they have all the shipping costs, right? So really they can use cash, because they have so much shipping costs involved with getting these things overseas and wherever they're going, right? So it's a huge expense, I'm sure.
And that's why, if we're doing a drive, you're sending us money, we let it be up to you, your money, your choice, whether you want us to buy cigars in your honor, or just, send the money along to them to help throw in against those shipping costs. So, I mean, things take money, even the good things.
Mm-hmm. So I've been about an inch and a half of this thing, maybe 2 inches now. And that
what's
mushroom, my retro, I'm still getting a little bit of that mushroom, but not so much musty. Like the musty's kind of gone away, and it's turning into a little bit of like sweet. Let me hit it here a few times and let you know, but it's changed. That's what I was just going to tell you, is that the musty is back.
That's why I was asking, because I don't retro as often as everybody knows. I just took my first retro since about an inch back, and to me, I'm getting more pepper, but
I'm getting some white pepper now, and it wasn't in the beginning. There was almost no pepper at all, but it's a little. They're sweet. I don't know how to describe the sweetness, but it's a real faint sweetness.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure if it's like It almost wants me to think there's like a sprinkle of cinnamon, but it doesn't have that like punch that cinnamon does. So I don't know if that's accurate or not. I'm not quite sure yet. But I agree, there's a little bit of sweetness there. And I would have to go back and look at my previous ratings to see if I, in any other facet, ever figured out what I think that sweetness was.
How many of these have you smoked?
Probably 3 or 4.
Right on.
Since I learned about Fortaleza, I've smoked quite a few, but of this specific one, 3 or 4. And I'm kind of a sucker for this one when it comes to a patriotic nonsense with it, being the red, white, and blue bandage there.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a
He does
personal
have
thing.
he's got some cool bands.
He does.
For sure. Nathan, how you doing, man?
What's up, Nathan? Welcome on, welcome on. And we've been talking about doing this live thing every once in a while. We're not going to vacate how we do our normal recordings, with guests and stuff. But we've talked about periodically jumping on here live just because. But it lets us interact with you guys. So, like this, we get to say hello. And we got Chris jumping in here to say hello to. Oh, that's my fault. Trying to cut Nathan's comment off. See, there's some learning curve here on my side too. We got big old Chris coming in to say hello as well. What's up, my brother?
Chris, how you doing, buddy?
So,
I was just messaging Chris before the show started.
Oh, were you?
Yeah,
Nice.
about Adventura.
Not surprised.
You know me. Always pushing Adventura on somebody.
Good stuff, man. So we talked about this Dr. Pepper thing often. I thought this was
23
funny.
flavors.
23 flavors. I had a new. I meant to say this. I'll digress before I get too far from the comments. If you're commenting on Facebook and YouTube, we can see your comments here. I had some rumors that Facebook may or may not show your comments. I'm not sure which or why, but your comments are showing up even though they said they wouldn't. So that's cool. But I had someone new to the group recently message me and ask me, like, did you really just pair that with Dr. Pepper? And I was like, absolutely. And so they're like, well, I'm used to seeing, like, if it's not liquor, it's like, I'll pair mine with Coke. And I'm like, well, there's all these flavors in Dr. Pepper seem to work with almost anything. So
Dr. Pepper is the best all-around pairing that's non-alcoholic, I think.
Agreed.
Did you see Justin's comment on Facebook?
Yeah, I just saw it.
I didn't know if it's so. What do you have to scroll them? Is that what you have to pop them up?
Yeah, so it shows them to me as they come up, and ask me whenever it's going to pop over. So that's just me paying attention as they show up.
Okay.
So what's up, Justin? Says what's up, OGs?
Justin Lowry in the house.
2 of the 4 OGs. That's the third one right there.
Justin, did you get your package today?
Man, it's we're loving this. Chris says, "What's up, Justin? I'm gonna send your bomb in the next few days, brother."
It's just like messenger for these guys.
Hey, I love it. I can be a facilitator all day long. We'll do it. And
I got one more. I got one more day left, and then I'm going camping for 6-7 days in a row. So I can't wait. I'm ready for a break.
Yeah, that's Justin has a second comment. He said he hadn't got his package yet, so probably coming soon.
Yeah.
Man, I forgot where I was going off on that. We got excited at y'all talking about the comments.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A? How are you going to talk about food, man? That's wrong. I'm hungry.
So we have this place in Michigan now called Slim Chickens. And it is so much better than Chick-fil-A. They have like macaroni and cheese.
Wrong.
They have like macaroni and cheese dishes with fried onions and chicken and hot sauce on it. And then they have like, you can get potato salad. You can get all kind of fried pickles. You can get strawberry shakes. Like they have a whole gamut of stuff. The thing I don't like about Chick-fil-A or what's the other one? Raising Cane's. Like Raising Cane's,
Yeah.
they have bread and chicken. That's it. Like there's nothing else there.
So, I mean, that is Raising Cane's. It's straight up chicken fingers.
And Chick-fil-A is chicken sandwiches, chicken strips, chicken. Like you can't. I want to be able to get something else. Like, well, their macaroni and cheese is good, so I shouldn't say that too loud. But
Well,
Chris
how are you gonna have
enjoys
a place
strawberry.
called Slim Chickens? Because if it's good chicken, you ain't staying slim.
Yeah. Well, that's. I'm sure that's an oxymoron, but
Gotta be.
it's a new place. I'm not sure how far it is, if it's just regional with us, but it's fantastic. So if anybody has one around, they should eat at it. Chris says he enjoys strawberry and cream soda with his sticks when he's not pairing with coffee, or he used too many emojis carrying chocolate milk. Chocolate milk. And you referenced chocolate milk.
I do. At some point, we're going to have to, I think about it in the middle of a show too often. At some point, we're actually going to have to purposely pair with chocolate milk so you can experience its gloriousness.
Well, I don't know if you saw that clip I put up today of the Adventura. Marcel and Nicole were talking about the Conqueror, but she asked him what his favorite thing to pair Conqueror with, and he said it was chocolate milk or grapefruit juice, which grapefruit juice seems weird to me, but
hey, I'll tell you, if I haven't had straight grapefruit juice, but do you know the Squirt grapefruit soda?
You ever had that? Squirt. I love Squirt.
I actually will drink that with a cigar quite regularly. It makes no sense in my brain, but it works. I don't understand it, but you've also Twisted Pear. Dave Yancey also says that wine also works with cigars. Yeah. So, you've got that note in the back.
I think anything citrus is good because it helps to clean your palate, even if it's grapefruit, lime, lemon, any of those things clean your palate.
This comment from the mother is
your mom should be a cigar smoker.
Because how many times have we talked about cardamom, or one of us can't pull something out, and whether it be Ryan or even Ellen did it off show one time, it's like, it's probably cardamom. Crazy that's what she's going to reference. So it very well could be cardamom. That may be legit.
Yeah, mine's turning into some serious baking spice now. I'm about halfway through. I'm getting some, I wouldn't say cardamom because I'm not even sure I can tell you what that is, but more like cinnamon and nutmeg, and then I still have some white pepper.
Well, if you're in the cinnamon and nutmeg territory, it's hard for me to explain cardamom, and unless you've tried it. But it's kind of to me, it's kind of a blend of the cinnamon, nutmeg, generic baking spice with a little bit of a sweet undertone, but where it's not quite like the bright cinnamon.
That's for Gil. That's for Gil.
That's for Gil.
Chad has root beer, I'm sure. I have that, and I have this on deck, which is orange cream Coke Zero, which it's not terribly bad. I got it on a whim and was thinking, well, I'll give it a try because I typically don't like anything but the cherry Coke Zero or regular Coke Zero. So, right. Oh, Brandon Ballantyne, you wrong, man. The only thing good at Chick-fil-A is the macaroni and cheese. I'll stand behind that.
He says blasphemy. You're going against the Lord's chicken.
That's right. Oh, he said that? I didn't see that comment.
No, that's me.
Oh yeah.
But I'm on the fence. I agree with Nathan here. Raising Cane's is overrated. When they first started, I think they were a lot better. The chicken fingers were much bigger. I won't get off on that one.
Did you see the comment from Chris where he says, "I enjoy Doritos with my sticks, also burners"? It's funny he says that because I drink a lot of Doritos, so just not the tamarind. Chris, do you drink the tamarind?
Don't lie. The tamarind is your favorite. Don't lie.
Never again. I'd rather drink Drano than tamarind Doritos.
This is not what I expected. Anyone get rice pudding notes? I'm not even sure how to answer if I'm getting rice pudding notes. I got to stop and think about that one for a minute.
I don't think he means on this cigar. I think he means in general.
Well, whether he's talking about this one or not, like I'm not sure how to process that in my brain.
I think that's one of those things where you like you might have a note you think it is like a vanilla cream something, but you could equate it to, you could turn it into, hey, it tastes like rice pudding, or you know, there's things that probably cigars you smoke that taste like, if you thought about it during the moment, hey, I like rice pudding, that tastes like rice pudding. You know what I mean? It's all subjective to, it's got to be some sort of really heavy cream and sweet flavor.
Right.
I love rice pudding, by the way, Chris.
I think we agree, Nathan. That's I think that might be where we're hitting on that
So what,
cardamom.
just for cardamom purposes, I don't know what it is. Like, what would I know something that it's in or on? Like, where would I have eaten it?
It's where you've eaten it. I'm not sure. It comes in a lot of like Middle Eastern dishes. Sometimes it's kind of got like a ginger-ish feel to it in a way.
So it's a spice. It's a spice they would
It
put
is
in
a spice.
food, in
It
a
is a
food,
spice.
or like a pastry, or
It's a baking spice.
okay.
So, without me jumping over here to Google, I can't pull out something specifically, which I know is horrible since we're talking about it, but yeah, like Nathan said, it's a baking spice. But you know what? You know what I think we need to do? Because we got several of our homies on here.
Justin said Slim Chickens is okay.
I
Justin,
see that.
when
I
that
don't know if
box
I
when that box shows up at your house, just turn it back, send it back, return to sender.
Slim Chickens is okay. So we have them down here, but several have closed down. Chick-fil-A is God's chicken, man. Come on. Oh, man. We're going to have a show on chicken. I need to go change the title.
Yeah, Chris asked me if I like flan. I love flan. Not too many places around me actually serve it or serve it well, but flan is fantastic if it's done right.
What do you say we do some giveaway, brother? What you think?
All right, let's do it.
So, and man, I may be ending this show without a cigar because I can't. I've done this every time I've smoked Intimidador. Is I have a habit of chiefing this thing
It
worse than I do
smokes
some
pretty
others.
fast because it's a pretty small ring gauge for its length. It's almost
It
an
is.
odd size. We talk about odd size cigars all the time. This has got to be less than a 50. I don't know,
I
man.
want to say
48 is my guess.
that's what I'm thinking. Let me. If it's not a 48, it's a thin 50. Let me.
I don't think it's
Yeah,
50.
so it's classified as a 6x50, but everything shrinks by a gauge or two once you get it pressed and molded. So
doesn't seem like 50, but I think it's smoking faster because of that. It's a smaller ring gauge. Because I'm down right here.
yeah,
Are you
I'm
at the
about to
band
pull
already?
the band off, but
Oh, gosh.
almost.
Yeah, you are smoking faster than
But
me.
I said and I've done it every time I've smoked this cigar. This is probably my second favorite of the Fortaleza line, next to the Sun Country, which is crazy because I'm not big on Connecticut's. That does not smoke like a Connecticut. We'll have to bring that one on the show, but this is probably my second favorite, and I have a serious problem not smoking too fast. It is what it is.
Well, you got a fan going too, you said, right?
I do have a fan going out here because I needed the wind out here. It's like you referenced before the show up there where it's a little balmy. It's just dry, muggy down here, but still sucks. So, but let's do the thing. So, the main purpose for the live show today is the Cigars for Warrior Drive ended yesterday. Got 314 donations. And although we had several people that did donate, the ones that got entries, so you got Jay Bates, sent 71 cigars.
Thank you, Jay.
sent 115. He bombed it.
Dang, Gil.
And Nick G sent 22.
Thanks, Nick.
Just as a side note, Greg Free did throw some extra cigars in here in the pack as well, but he doesn't need to give his own stuff away to himself. So
yeah, how many did Greg donate beyond?
He sent an extra 15, but that was with
awesome.
the stuff that he sent for the donation.
Oh yeah, you said he went through some of his old stuff. Was that what he was saying? He had some stuff in his locker he was going to send. It wasn't Fortaleza Libre stuff, right?
No, it was he sent a whole.
Oh, okay.
He sent, and I'll put this picture up. So this is everything again that's in the giveaway. We had some of these singles, but he sent a bundle of the Intimidadors, partially for this, partially for CFW. So we kind of broke it up, and some are going to whoever wins this donation, the giveaway, and some are going to CFW. But everything you're seeing on this picture again is what you're going to win. And how we did it this time is everybody that sent in 20 items or more got an entry. So we've got these 3 guys that sent, hit the 20 threshold, and it's in multiple. So instead of getting 1 entry, you got potentially several. And what we're going to do right now is, if you see this lovely wheel over here, is you'll see everybody's names on this wheel in terms of how many entries you got. And after we let you stare at it for a minute.
If Justin was on there, we'd just sit here for about 10 minutes and wait.
Yeah, because I might as well just take my little mouse and go, if Brad says Nick right here, if this said Justin, I might as well just put a circle on it. That dude's got some voodoo dolls or something on giveaways. And it's not just with us. I don't understand it.
Crazy luck.
But we're going to spin this wheel real quick. We're going to see who's going to get this stuff. Let's give it a go. Where's she going to land at? Oh, yeah. Well deserved.
Dun, 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 Gil. All right.
All right, Gil. So we're going to send you all that stuff, my man.
Well, hey, I got another idea. Why don't we spin it again? Because I got something I'm going to throw in. Let's see here.
What you got? We don't know what's happening here.
Oh, I got an ashtray and a lighter. It's like a set. And then I figure I'll throw some random cigars too. But it's an Avo ashtray and an Avo. Since we were talking about Avo.
Yep.
Avo lighter.
Nice.
Well, it works. Promise you, I just had it in the house. Anyway, it works. I'll do that, and I'll throw some Avo sticks in there.
Nice. Double giveaway today.
So let's spin for second prize.
All right, so let me do this real quick, just because that's how we do it. We're going to take one of the Gil entries out, because that's how it works.
You should take all the Gil entries out, right?
We can take, actually, that's appropriate. So we're going to take all the Gil entries out.
You should take all the Gil entries out.
We're going to take all the Gil entries out. We're going to do that right now. So either Jay or Nick is going to get this. It's a nice giveaway. So here we go. Now it's a 4-banger between 3 J's and a Nick.
3 J's and a Nick.
3 J's and a Nick. Is that like the new boy band?
Yeah.
3 J's and a Nick. All right, so let's see who's going to get this Avo giveaway. What we got? J number 2.
Well, I'm glad it wasn't J number 1. All right, Jay, if you're out there, I'll send this stuff to you. I'll message you. I got your DM. I'll message you and get your address.
You are welcome, Gil. Yeah, he beat us to it. He even said take all the Gil entries out. So we did that anyway.
Yeah, I think when you're doing multi-draws like that, whoever wins first, you should always pull everybody, right? They shouldn't be able to win all the prices if there's three. I think that's how we did the last one when it was multi-tiered like that.
Yeah, and that's the appropriate way to do it. It really is.
I
If you
just took
win
my
something,
band off, and this thing is really good.
it is, and it gets bolder and darker, but it still doesn't like it. To me, it gets up to that line of where it would almost want to get harsh and bitter, but it doesn't cross it. It like gives you everything it's got without being too much.
Yeah, without turning on you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, the baking spice is ramped up, and I'm getting some. I don't like it. So like a burnt wood, some wood.
Right.
You know, we don't specify our woods very well, so.
Yeah, Chris, we will definitely share this to your room once we're done. Absolutely.
Well, maybe next time we'll share it live if he doesn't mind.
Yeah, we can do that. Because when we start, we can, um, I can share the link wherever. Um, so her internet, going back to cardamom, it's a spice in the ginger family, slightly sweet like cinnamon with a hint of mint and citrus, often compared to cinnamon. So that makes sense why I kind of compared that in my brain.
Yep, I can't say I've ever eaten it or
If
known
you
that I was eating it. I probably
do,
have, but
do you like Indian food?
I do. Yeah, I don't get to eat it
Then
very often, but
you probably had it without realizing it because it's I know Indian and Middle Eastern they both use that as one of their routine baking spices. So you probably had it mixed with other things as well.
eating it and not knowing it. That's
Yep,
par for the course for me.
should say that twice. Where's
Par for the
Justin when you
course.
need him?
Par for the course.
Eating it twice and not knowing it.
Oh, somebody asked me where I was going earlier. I'm going to Houghton Lake. We go up there once a year with all of our old karate friends that we used to do karate with. So we get together and hang out up there. There's about 6 families. We all pull campers, right, 6 lots right next to each other, and hang out for a week. So it's a good time. And I'll smoke a lot of cigars.
That's yeah. That's a requirement on a trip.
Nobody else smokes though. It's just me. So
It's like Ellen will take like a puff or two of mine, and then she doesn't really smoke. Her sinuses, she likes it, but her sinuses don't. So what happens to her a lot of times is she'll smoke, but her sinuses will get so like irritated that she loses that. Without smell, you kind of lose some of your taste. So it'll mess with her sinuses, so it'll flip, and then all she'll taste is ash because she can't pull the notes out anymore. So she doesn't smoke as much. So she's a trooper. She either one lets me smoke or she'll hang out with me while I smoke. So I
you
still get
lose
to
all of your flavor when you can't smell. Like my son
gone.
made me do this experiment one time. He's like, take a Skittle, put it in your mouth, and then taste it. I'm like, yeah, it's great. Like I couldn't see it, right? I'm like, it's great. He gave me a Skittle after that, told me to plug my nose and put it in my mouth, and I could not tell you for the life of me what it was. And he did it
Yeah,
2 or 3 times, nothing. And then as soon as you unplug your nose, you can taste it again.
it's insane how that
Yep,
works.
all works together. That's why I feel like retrohaling is so important in cigars, because I feel like you're smelling while you're smoking through your mouth too, but I feel like
Right.
that's just amps it up that next level.
We talked to Justin how we feel like since his first year, so he's smoking too fast and he probably missed out on some flavors. I feel like I had the same effect, my first 4 or 5 years smoking because I didn't know retro was a thing, and I didn't do, the French smoke when I was in the cigarette world, so I didn't do that. So I feel like I missed out on quite a bit of flavor, not really doing that myself. Chris says they got a camper on Silver. I'm assuming you know where that's at, Chad.
Silver Lake. Yep.
Oh, Silver Lake. Okay.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest camp places around, and it's big for RVing and off-roading. And we used to go up there when we were kids. We would pitch tents on the camp at the state campground at Silver Lake.
Okay.
But they have big dunes up there, so big sand dunes. I wonder if Chris has something he takes up there to play with, ATV or a truck or something. Lots
Yeah,
of guys
Chris.
take their Jeeps.
Yeah,
Chris
Chris, you
doesn't live
take
too
anything with
far
you?
from
Just go up
me.
there and camp or what?
Chris lives about an hour and 20 minutes south of me, so
That ain't bad at all.
he's actually close to where my wife grew up. She's actually from Indiana.
Gil, I agree with this completely. As I have learned the retro game, there's some I taste none of the pepper on until the moment I retro it, and all that spice comes through that upper palate. So I'm agreeing with you on that one.
100%, yeah, for sure.
There's something. Let's see if this last third on this one, and I know we don't always do the third game, but this one I'm going to. It there wasn't much of a harsh progression of flavors as we went. We talked about the pepper coming, but it may just be that there's more earthiness in this. Excuse me. It may just be that there's more earthiness on this back end for me. I think it's just kind of
Yeah, that's what
powered up a
I'm
little bit.
noticing. I'm getting some wood notes that I wasn't getting before, and it's definitely a lot stronger. Like as you mentioned, I think the nicotine's ramping up. The cigar is getting a little
Mm-hmm.
stronger, but it's still not offensive in any way. I'm still
Absolutely not.
retroing almost every puff, and it's doesn't make my eyes water or anything.
And we can't always pull exact wood. Justin got the package chat. I'm rubbing my greasy Chick-fil-A fingers all over it.
What do you eat at Chick-fil-A, Justin? I just have to know, because if it's not the macaroni and cheese, you're wrong. That's all I have to say.
Justin said he's giving
You
the
too,
blessing,
Brandon.
giving blessing of the Lord onto your package. Oh
No,
man,
he was eyeballing that sarcophagus coffin that the foundation. What the heck's the name of that cigar? I can't remember it now for the life of me.
was that with the wise man or was it with
No, it's that special limited edition, 12
Oh
sticks,
crap!
and it's got the coffin. They call it the sarcophagus. So I said when I was done with it, I'd send it to him. So I sent it to him.
I Yeah, Justin, I was about to try to say this. I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm glad you typed it in here. That word.
Yeah,
I know,
senator.
Senator. I wanted to say it was the high Claire, but then I didn't think that was right. So I'm glad he put that in there.
No, and then the new one is the Knight Commander,
I'm
which I like that one, I think, more than the Centager sandwich meal. But for
But
sure, the
for
mac and
sure the
cheese is
mac and cheese
great.
is great.
Yeah, for
On
sure.
point with the mac.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. That mac and cheese is legit. Like it's the best fast food chain mac and cheese going. There's no doubt. But Slim Chickens is where it's at if you want some variety other than chicken and bread.
I don't. I know there's a couple scattered down here in the region, but I don't actually know if I've ever stopped and ate at a Slim Chickens. I want to say no. I've driven past them. I know there's a couple. I can't remember, Dallas or Fort Worth or where out over there. But I don't know if I've actually ever eaten it.
Well, they
I
have
mean,
this dish. It's called like buffalo mac and cheese chicken or something, but it's basically a dish of mac and cheese covered with chicken strips that are cut up and then French fried onions, this sauce, hot sauce, like scallions. It's amazing.
I may have to give it a shot next time I'm over there. I don't think we got any where I'm at here.
And
Um,
a
but
strawberry shake comes with a straw about the size of this cigar, which is the
in
only
fact,
way to drink a shake.
I know somebody asked me this, and I missed the comment because I forgot to come back to it. Somebody asked me, oh, Chris, did he ask me, earlier where I'm at. So I'm in Northwest Louisiana. I'm in Shreveport region, so 20 minutes from the Texas line. This is the part of Louisiana that, and Gil can attest to, we don't technically claim as being Louisiana. It's super East Texas, because although it's in the state line of Louisiana, you don't have a lot of the Southern Cajun influence yet, like as far as accents and the marshland cultures and stuff that they have down there. We still do the food, but
Shoot 'em! No, shoot 'em.
So you get a couple hours south, and it starts progressing into what everybody outside of Louisiana expects Louisiana to be.
Well, he finally opened his box. He didn't think I was just going to send an empty coffin down there, did he?
That would have been hilarious. That would have been the great thing, like, send them exactly one day apart, so all he gets is the coffin, and then the next day he gets the smokes just to tease him a little bit. That'd have been fantastic.
That would have been a good idea, but it would have cost me like $25 instead of $12. So
I know it. That's why when we, like, if we're sending stuff to, for the show back and forth, we might as well go and do it in a trade. You're already paying for shipping. Might as well do something else with it.
right, yep, for sure. Seems like you got to get way above a certain box size to pay more. It's like, especially with UPS. Like, I ship everything UPS, and for me, it's like $10 or $11 until you get to a certain weight and a certain size. If it's this big, it's $12. If it's this big, it's $12. So
I ship a lot more with the postal service just because the regional owner for UPS here is very heavy against shipping cigars, which we've had a conversation a few times. I'm like, you do realize almost every major retailer in the country sending cigars is shipping them through y'all. Most
through
of them
UPS?
use UPS.
Yeah. You just don't tell them, right?
Well,
Don't ask,
I got
don't tell.
tired of lying, so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna. I ship a lot of stuff UPS except for cigar related material. I just go to the post office and it's like, you know what? If they don't want the money, whatever.
When do they ask you though? I've never had them. I ship them out of my shop though, so
Well,
I don't know.
the first time I actually put I had Hollow Down Cigar Lounge on the label, and they looked at it and was like, oh, it's like, so now they know when I go in there. So I tried to put, the next time I just put my name, and he's like, you sending more cigars? I'm like, son of a gun, what do y'all do? Like, put my picture up on a wall that I might send cigars?
Yeah, but you serve right though, so right? I mean, that's
how I did it a couple of times. I put server, and I was like, oh, it's some automotive parts. Okay.
That's what I would do all the time. I'd just use that name. Let them ask questions. You don't have to answer them. Pleading the fifth.
Pleading the fifth. Justin said he's ready for those new warheads. You got him, so I know he's going to tell us about him once he lights the first one up.
Enjoy, buddy. I saw those and they were on sale, and I was like, I got to buy these for Justin. He's my homie. I've already had 2 of them. They're pretty good, and I typically don't like the warheads. These are a little softer than the last few rounds that I've tried that Justin sent me. So
it's probably why he likes them, because I like a punch. Justin likes to get like punched directly in the throat with a Spartan kick. So
yeah. These are a little more chocolatey and a little less peppery. They still got some pepper, but they're a little more nuanced with chocolate, coffee and chocolate. A little less pepper.
Yeah. Probably a good one. Yeah, Justin, make sure you tell us how they are, which I know you will.
Well, he's a warhead fiend, so.
Yeah, Gil says the UPS store he uses will not ship cigars. Nathan says he's never had the conversation with either. So you got 2 different gambits there.
Yeah, I just take the box in. It's not going to take an open box in there. I take the box in. It's got the label on it. I either drop it off or I ship it right out of the shop with the label on it, and they pick it up. They don't ever ask me what's in it. Sports memorabilia, Justin says. He's sending sports memorabilia.
That's awesome. Hey, Nathan's asking, is that new warhead, is that the Independence Day? Is that the right one?
Yes, that's the one.
I thought I was right, but I like the way it looks. I've bought too many cigars lately, and I say that, and then I still buy more. So pick and choose what
You,
you buy. I haven't got them yet.
you, and me both, brother. It's an endless cycle. It's vicious,
It is
endless, especially when you
glorious
smoke as
cycle.
many as we do. Right. You keep smoking like we do, you gotta buy more. So
All right, so we're gonna do this because
Van Damme to the face. Justin's comment says Van Damme to the face. That's what he likes.
you know
Are you nubbing that thing already?
I am. I'm trying to get every little bit out of this sucker.
Well, I'm not there yet, but I have my perfect draw here. I can stick in there when I need to, but
It's good. I don't. This is a testament to a cigar, and it doesn't have to be on a nub tool, but if you're burning your fingers, burning your lips, trying to get every bit of glorious tobacco out of a cigar, that's good.
and it hasn't turned on you. That's the
It
thing.
has
Typically,
not
you get
turned.
that far down and there's that much heat in a cigar, it kind of goes rancid, depending on the blend. Justin says we listen and we don't judge.
Oh yeah,
Yes, we do judge.
we definitely judge. Show, but yeah, I've got the. You get more earth on this one as you're going down, but you're right. It's not getting harsh. I'm down for it.
Nathan says, I have one. I wanted to get two. What you wanted to get two of what, Nathan?
I think he's still talking about that Independence Day.
Did you get one, Nathan? Did you get one of the 5-packs? See, Gil says they ask him what he's shipping every time. That's
They do to
crazy.
me too. The only time that they don't ask me is if I'm sending a return off of a QR code. That's the only time they don't ask me, because I guess maybe because it's a return from a company, it's already shipped once, so they accepted it, so they'll send it back. But every other case, like if it's got my name on anything, whether it's got my personal name, it's got Hollow Down, or
You
if
Southerners must be trying to send all kinds of illegal shit through the mail. That's what I can. That's the only thing I can figure. Like, they don't say anything to us here up north. I've never
it's
been asked what
possible.
I'm shipping. It's
Okay,
crazy.
this is what I'm talking about. Gil said I'm smoking more now because I figured out how to smoke at work on Saturdays. Man, I wish. Man, I wish I could do that.
I'm still trying to figure out if Nathan got the warheads.
Oh, here we go.
If he
He
did,
said, yes, I have a few of the Independence Days. I've just not gotten
okay.
around to smoking one yet. Noted.
Yeah, I've only had a few of the other warheads that Justin had sent me, and they were too strong for me. I don't play in that lane. These guys know. Like it was okay. It just wasn't my preferred, cigar. It was a little too spicy for me. But this one is different. I noticed as soon as I lit it that it was not as pepper front loaded, and it had more
Right,
chocolate in
agreed.
it. It softened up, and the chocolate and coffee was the prominent note with a little pepper, which I liked. So
There's, let me see here.
hopefully
Yeah,
you'll like
I'm
them,
a big.
Nathan.
Make sure that y'all let us know, because I haven't smoked it yet. Chad, did you smoke one yet? I forget.
What, the warheads?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I say. I got those. I smoked 2 of them already, and I was sending Justin pictures, making fun of them.
It went right over my head, so I want to make sure I was clearing on that.
Yeah, I like it better than I've liked any of the ones that Justin sent me, the older versions. This one's a little more in my lane.
Right.
It's just full instead of full like the other ones. Triple full.
Triple full. Well, being a live show, y'all won't see the screenshot on our rating because, I'm quick. I'm not that quick. But before I say my opinion, where are you and this is kind of the part of conversation we sometimes have after we end the recording. But since we don't have a
Yeah.
screenshot, where are you thinking you're probably going to rate this sucker at? See if your thoughts were mine is.
Construction was perfect. Draw was perfect. And I even noticed when I pulled this out, I checked it because I had it in our show box, and sometimes my sticks in there are a little more humid because it's
Right.
a tight container, sealed environment. And I pulled it out, dry boxed it for 2 hours or so, and got it down to like 66. And on the foot, it was like 62.
Right.
And so construction was perfect, draw was perfect. Flavor, I'm gonna say 85, and I'm gonna say probably sitting right around 90.
I was kind of floating around like an 88 in my head. Pretty close. Construction is definitely on point.
You could talk
For
me into
me,
an
the
89, I think
the
maybe
only thing I'm
89,
gonna
90.
flip, and we'll average this out, is I've got a little extra bump on flavor and a slight decrease on draw. Not enough to hit it, but to me, it's almost a touch too open. And I dry box it for just a day.
Oh, see, that's like
So I'm not
I'll give a cigar bonus points for an open draw.
well, no, it's open, but it's almost too open. So maybe this is just one that doesn't need a full day of dry boxing. So where you did it for a couple hours, this may be one that just needs a short dry box. Because I also had mine in the Tupperware for the live stream.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
I think
well,
so.
I
I
say
think
live
we're
stream.
we're both we're
So
close to each other. I mean, you're 88, 89, I was 90, 89, 90, so maybe we land on 89.
I'll put up the rating. I'll average it out between us, but I think we're right in that ballpark. So
Definitely solid. Gil, you'll have to let us know what you think. I don't know if Gil's smoked any Avo or not. I know he smokes a ton of Fuente,
yeah,
but I don't know what his experience with Avo is, but or Davidoff. So you'll have to tell me what he thinks about it compared to like at the beginning, that first inch, could have swore it was a Davidoff. So it did have
it,
some changes in it too, which was nice. The beginning of the cigar was completely different than the middle, and the middle
agreed.
was completely different than the end. So, and all the progression was slow. Like it
Nice transitions.
didn't flip quick. It was a nice slow progression into the next third, and it had some nice changes in profile
I'm
for
giving
sure.
this everything it's got. I thought I was gonna run out of cigar, but considering I'm nubbing it,
you you have that thing right down there. I'm still finger tipping
right?
it. So
But yeah, I agree. So this live stream has been a pretty cool concept. We have no rhyme or reason, almost on purpose, on when we're gonna keep doing live shows. We're gonna do our normal setup, but then every once in a while we'll just surprise you whenever we feel like it. Um, if we have a major event like this, it kind of makes sense to do it. So that way you're not waiting an extra week. Even if we edit it and repost it, that way if you're watching, you know who's gotten the giveaway. So we'll do this from time to time. It's also fun being able to engage with you guys on the side here. It's almost like we're doing one of our virtual HERF sessions, but on an episode too. So it's pretty cool from our aspect. So I'm sure something we're gonna keep doing from time to time to come in with you guys. So, but we have hit our mark, so we'll stay continued to that when we're doing episode purposes. So, um, like the cigar, like the show. Glad y'all were here to find out who's getting two giveaways. As even I was surprised, I didn't know that was happening today. So cool. Kudos to Chad. A big thank you on that extra little giveaway there, bud.
no problem.
But once the show's open, I'll throw this on here because Gil's answering your question real quick. He said all the Avo. It's not so
Not
much
so
Davo.
much Davidoff. Okay. Yeah. All right.
But yeah, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. Live's been fun, and we'll keep doing this around. So if you got any questions, you can still hit the comment. Hit us up on the Facebook channel, Hollow Down Cigar Lounge. You got us on YouTube if that's where you're seeing us now. And y'all know the drill. Till next time, stay safe and hollow down.
See you guys.